We want to welcome our viewers from around the world. This is Legacy, your one-on-one talk show with Amaka Beke. Today with us is Dr. SKC Ogbonnia, a former political aspirant for the presidency of Nigeria, 2017-2018 election. Dr. SKC, you're welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Dr. SKC, please tell our viewers who you are and where you live.
My name is Dr. SKC Ogbonnia. I live in Houston, Texas. I'm the chairman of First Texas Energy Corporation and an aspirant to the office of the President of Nigeria in 2019 under the platform of All Progressive APC.
You're welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Dr. SKC, what's your Nigerian heritage? What do you identify as?
Well, my Nigerian heritage is simple. I'm from Ugbo in Obu local government area of Enugu State. Of course, I'm Igbo proper, and of course, Nigeria.
How are you NaijaBest, Dr. SKC? What makes you proudly Nigerian, NaijaBest, Super Eagle, Giant of Africa?
I'm NaijaBest because I believe in Nigeria. I believe in the future of Nigeria. I believe in the concept of Nigeria. I believe that Nigeria can be better with good leaders. I believe that there is a great future for the children of Nigeria. Then it's on us to make it a better country.
Awesome. How do you describe, how do you describe Dr. SKC in one word?
Dr. SKC is a man of the people, a go-getter, a determined patriot.
A determined patriot.
Yeah.
Why did you choose to run for presidency 2017-2018?
Because I believe I'm the best that can lead Nigeria to greatness.
What gives you this conviction?
Because I know the Nigerian problem. The Nigerian problem, the way I know it, is like nobody knows it. The Nigerian problem is not because of lack of course, the policies. It's not the lack of the financial resources. It's not the lack of the natural resources. Our problem is the lack of a leader with the willpower to translate word to action. And that's what I am.
That's amazing. I believe that those who know you closely can attest to that you are a passionate leader and you are someone who truly cares, someone who is heartful, thoughtful, and giving. And I think these are great qualities of a true leader.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. How have you embraced the American culture, Dr. SKC?
Well, the American culture actually goes back to my parental upbringing. My parental upbringing kind of really focused and still focused on hard work. Hard work, perseverance, the community, and the common good. I always tell people that if you work hard, if you're strong from Nigeria, you're going to make it in America. Wow. But if you come to America and you are lazy, thinking it's not going to work out that way. If you have that foundation of hard work from Nigeria, you're going to be able to make it in America. So making it in America was not so difficult as soon as I put the hard work, the kind of values that were imbued in me by my parents. Once I put them into action, it wasn't so difficult for me to be able to make it in the United States.
That is profound. I agree.
Yeah.
How have you integrated the American culture with the Nigerian values that you hold dear?
Well, yeah, like I said, the American culture is not too difficult from that, not too different from that of Nigerian culture. Those basic fundamentals are in place. Whatever makes people succeed in Nigeria also can make people to succeed in America. It all depends on how you play it. So when I came in here, like I said, I worked so hard, not only with my academic efforts, but also with any job I engage myself in. I was a hard worker in Nigeria before coming to America anyway. So coming down here, I tried to make sure that I do the right things, work hard. You know, with that, the American culture is given and the American dream is given. So
Easily realized.
like I said, once you're a hard worker and you have those type of strong foundation from Nigeria, you're going to be able to make it in America. But when you are lazy coming from Nigeria, manna is not going to fall from heaven for you.
I agree,
Yeah.
absolutely. Is there a particular Nigerian / Igbo tradition you still practice while living abroad?
Of course. I mean, just the basic Igbo tradition goes with me anywhere I go. I'm a flutist. I still like the native musics. I, of course, still eat Nigerian food. I also make sure that my children learn the Nigerian culture as much as they can. You know, of course, I speak Igbo language as much as I could, especially less when I'm with the corporate America or when I'm teaching classes. So, but apart from that, I speak Igbo all the time because, you know, culture is very important.
So what is Ken Ogbonnia known for? What are
Well,
you?
what I'm known for is that I like to inspire people towards common good. I like to inspire people towards common good. And the success of people is my success.
Wow.
I don't believe people will come to this world. Let me put it this way. Getting married is no big deal. Having children is not a big deal. Being alive is no big deal. What is a big deal? How you're able to impact the other people who are around you. The difference you can make in the society is what makes you. We're in this world for a purpose. That purpose is to make the world a better place and to ensure that you live the world that is better than the one you live. And that is my commitment.
That is deep.
That's what I said to do.
That is deep.
Yeah.
Didn't I say he's a giving, very giving? Speaks from the heart, passionate about people, making great impact and imparting that upon the younger generation. I hope our viewers take heed of your insights and your wisdom. What would you say is the most social challenges facing Nigerians in diaspora?
Well, there are many challenges facing Nigerians in diaspora. First of all, some of them come here with the mindset that America, well, once I get to America, I'm going to carry money with Ghana, must go back to Nigeria. Heck no. If you are lazy from Nigeria, you're not going to be able to make it in America. You got to see how to find a way to work hard. So the fact of the matter is that that's one of these issues, some of the kids that come from back from Nigeria tend to face. Another one, of course, is marital challenges that they face here. A lot of people come to this country and they're trying to live the American way. They put the wife to work, they put the husband to work, and eventually they live a broken home. The kids cannot lead themselves. I'm not saying the women should be taped at home, but people have to be able to balance that. They have to know when is it right for the two parents to be going to work or when not. You see, if you notice, when the woman leaves the house by 5:30 a.m., the husbands leave by 5:30 a.m., they come back about 10 p.m. or what do you think the home is going to be like? The daycare is not going to bring up your child. The mother is there for a purpose, but we violate those fundamental principles. And once you do that, what do you expect? So if you look at those days, why there was less divorce in the olden, because the mother was at home taking care of the kids, doing the home. But these days, she doesn't even have the time. The husband doesn't have the time. Everybody gets back home angry, grouchy on each other. There's no relaxed moment in the relationship anymore. And then you see women who are chasing money They start chasing money and they're not chasing their children anymore.
Wow.
You see men who are chasing money, they're no longer chasing their children. Eventually, the people who are bringing up their children are no longer the mother and the father. Then you start seeing some crack in the relationship. But the woman is overstressed. The woman is overworked. And when she gets back, you want her to still feed the dinner. You want her to still sweep the house.
Wow.
So we have to measure. Well, after all, when it's all said and done, what are you going to do with all this money? What are you going to do with all this much money if your kids are not happy and the wife is not happy, the husband is not happy, nobody's living a settled life? Sometimes they go and acquire a big mansion, they never live in the mansion.
That is
you may not believe it, but one thing I did is my kids have never slept away outside our house since the 25 years of marriage. Because my wife has slept in my house those 25 years, unless we're going on a vacation.
Wow. That is something.
Yeah.
Although you have given a little insight to what might be done to curb this excesses and solve this pandemic, I'm still going to ask, in case there's something else you want to add to what you've said so far, what might be done to curb these problems?
Which problem is that? Which one?
The problem as challenges facing the Nigerians living abroad.
Well, number one is that I want everybody from Nigeria, Nigerian parents at home, especially those who plan to send their children to the United States of America, to prepare their children well. Let those boys know how to cook. Let those girls know how to cook. Let them know how to wash cars. Let them know how to sweep. Let them know how to do the laundry. Expose them to the farm work. Get them
basic
strong.
Housework.
Don't give them everything free. Give them some hard moment. Do you know what I teach my children? Cry now and laugh later. Cry now and laugh later. Yeah, do the work. Do the dirty job now so that some year, 10 years, 20 years from now, you can begin to enjoy. Well, some of the parents from Nigeria, because they got some money, whichever way they got the money, they make their kids, they spoil their children.
Yeah.
So once they come to the United States, it's what you see. Before you know it, their father's money or their mother's money cannot carry them through in the United States. They will be challenged to produce for themselves. Stolen money can last for too long. As they said, the stolen money will be gone. You're challenged to work for yourself. So it's always good to give those kids, no matter how rich your parents are,
basic
those
training.
values at home, the training, the home training at home. So once they get to the United States, they'll be used to hard work.
Yeah.
Coming to the women folk, let them know that they're women, and let the men know that they're men. Men should be hard. Men should work hard to provide for their families, and the women should not be overworked. The women not be overworked.
I'm pretty sure a lot of women listening to this will be like,
all, what is the money for?
Brother. Respect.
What's the money for? No, what's the money for, really?
Family comes first.
You know, when it's all said and done, you put in 12 hours a day, the husband puts in, so when do you really have time for yourself? That's the problem. Yeah.
Well, I have to amplify something that is said but not really stated outright, is that we also have to take the time to care for ourselves, because when we work too hard, we tend to ignore ourselves. And when you ignore yourself, then the pressure comes, then the stress piles on, and then everyone is unhappy because you haven't taken care of yourself. How are you able to take care of your dependents, your children, your family, maybe your husband? How are you able to tend to your wife? You know, so it's important that we take care of ourselves and therefore be able to take care of the family. And of course, put family first. Do you have a favorite? Okay.
Great. And I also pity the men sometimes. I think a lot of guys in the United States are confused. A lot of families are confused. Some of them go and set up all kind of mansions and big investments in Nigeria, and they're trapped in America. Then some of them may never even go back.
Misplaced priorities.
Priorities left and right. When you go to the parties here, I see about 80-year-old man dancing Sonny Baba. They don't even know what's going on anymore. To go home, they cannot. To stay, I mean, a lot of them are confused. Once you come to anybody's country or town, at a certain point, it's time for you to go back.
Yeah.
It's time for a lot of Nigerians who came here about 20, 30, 40 years, 50 years ago. It's time to start thinking back home so we can impart the knowledge we acquired in the Americas and Britain, all the places, into the younger generation so they can have a better future than we had. That's what Nnamdi Azikiwe did. That's what K. Mbadiwe did. That's what Mbazulika made. That's people like, what's his name? Mbono Jike. That's what those kind of people did. These days, people go to overseas, they stay forever. I can understand there are challenges in Nigeria, but we all have to face the challenges together. And at the same time, the Nigerian politicians too, they don't want you to come back either. Sometimes when you are coming in there to invest in the politics, they think it's trying to steal what is entitled to them. But there has to be some level of compromise. Allow the diaspora Nigerians to come back with the knowledge they gained.
So they can not just compromise, but balance, inclusiveness.
Yeah, inclusiveness. Yeah,
inclusivity. And
because you see, they have tried their way for too long. It has not worked. Allow the diaspora Nigerian to come and try their best.
To offer what they have.
Action. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. SKC. Do you have a favorite Nigerian food?
Of course, it's fufu.
For the most of us. And how about the soup?
I can say bitter leaf, onugbu soup.
Yay. That says something about where you married from. Secret?
Well, where I'm married from, I think onugbu is getting to be very universal.
Well, I think some certain regions do it better or like it better or speak on it better. So.
Well, I can say, well, anything that you can eat fufu with really is okay for me.
All right. How about favorite Nigerian music or Nigerian artists?
My
you have a favorite Nigerian music or artist?
Actually, it's dead. It's Warrior, Rental Brothers of the old
Rental Brothers.
Brothers. That's who I really like.
Warrior.
I like musician Warrior, yeah. Who else? Yeah, that's about it.
Well, that's about it. Great. I'm glad some of our viewers could identify with you and agree with you. Those who love the Oriental Brothers.
I'm a child of the 70s, you know what I mean? So I don't know if you, of course, you were not born then.
No.
My music and all that. So I still play it quite often. And my kids play too.
Oh, wow. That's what I'm talking about. That's the cultural heritage. Passing it on to the next generation. Because what your kids, what you do, they want to repeat.
My son called me one night, said, Dad, what's the name of that music? He was humming it. You know, he hummed it. I said, well, go to YouTube. Google it.
Everything is on YouTube.
By a rental that you can find it. And I was shocked that I never knew he was paying attention while he was growing up, listening to that music. All of a sudden, he'd gone to college about thousands of miles away. And he picked up and he was singing it. So it's always good to, you know.
Yes, uphold the heritage, the things that built you up, the things that gave you maybe the inspiration and motivation and entertainment.
Yep.
Who is, if anyone, your biggest inspiration?
Well, my biggest inspiration was my dad, or is my dad, because my dad still comes to me in dream quite often to encourage me. Yeah, my dad is always there, no matter what.
May his memory continue to be for a blessing.
No, he comes to me quite often, and even at low, he keeps pushing me because he told me, he'd keep telling me things. Some of the stuff I learned from him, See, there's no excuse for failure.
Hmm.
See, leadership has no excuse in it. There's no excuse for failure.
110.
And he told me that a habit of excuse is the best friend of failure.
Woo. Let me reiterate it. A habit of excuse is the best
a habit
friend.
of, yes. A habit of
excuse is the best friend to failure.
Yeah.
Woo. Noted. Noted.
So I try not to have any excuse for any failure. No matter what. I can only try harder. I should be able to persevere.
Make no excuses.
Yeah.
That is great. What is Dr. Ken Ogbonnia's legacy?
My legacy is that education has been good for the Ogbonnia family. I believe in education and I promote education. I seek that the generation coming after us should be more educated and better opportunity than we are. Greater tomorrow. Greater tomorrow. Should always hope that those who are coming after you are better than you are. Unfortunately, that's not the case for Nigeria. Nigerian people like to live their life and live the life of their children. The Nigerian leaders like to live their life and live the life of their own children. They don't create a better future for the new generation. They see the bad roads and they drive on top of it, setting trap for their own children. They see the rundown hospitals. They abandon them there for their children. They think that their children should always fly down to the United States. It doesn't happen all the time. Go through the memory lanes. Some of the leaders who have lost their loved ones in Nigeria, in motor accidents. Some who could not even go to foreign checkup and they had to die. I wrote one article, every Nigerian blood is on the line. Every Nigerian blood is on the line. Be you Buhari, be you Obasanjo, be you Atiku, no matter who you are, it could happen to you anytime. It could happen to a member of your family. Don't live your life and try to live the life of your children. Tomorrow should be better.
What would you like to be remembered for when your time is done?
I did my best with little that I had. I gave it my best. And I'm going to live a future better than the one I met it, especially around my environment. Anybody who passes through me must gain some knowledge. Gain a better knowledge than he or she had before meeting me. And keep talking to people even when they don't want to talk to me. I want to make sure when anybody passes through me, that they gain some valuable knowledge.
Thank you very much, Dr. SKC, for coming on the show. It's been a great pleasure speaking to you and chatting with you this little while. I hope to see you again on the show, maybe on other subjects that might interest you. Once again, you're welcome on board Legacy One-on-One Talk Show with Amaka Bekee. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Amaka Bekee, and good luck.